Low, low, low. Sir David the Bard out of Australia, Kangaroo City, coming to you live. I could be dead anytime. I don't, you know, when I do this program and I say, Kangaroo City coming to you dead from Utah, you'll know the Danites got me. Anyway, I have a couple of nice people that make comments on my show all the time. And you don't have to make a nice comment. You want to be a hateful person? Be hateful. How does that hurt me, you know? This gentleman, I will say, made the comment that has caused me to do this video and to think about his comment. I believe he's a Mormon, partially. I'm not sure from the waist up or the waist down. I don't know. But he seems to be a Mormon, questioning himself of, what the hell have I done here? He made the comment that money can't bring you happiness. I don't know. This is going to be the title of my video. Can money bring you happiness? He was commenting, as a typical Mormon, we were trained to believe that if you don't make good money paying your tithing, look around, there might be other blessings. There aren't, but we make it up. Oh, the tree grew really big and fast. I know I paid my tithing. That's what caused our new tree to grow. So, you know, I'm past that. I'm past that stuff. Anyway, here's what I want to say about tithing. Now, we don't need to be rich in life. I'm sure it'd be nice. I've never been rich. But we need enough. We need enough to have you know, a little fun and the necessities of life, etc. When the Mormon Church takes $500,000 out of a family income over 30 or 40 years, that's a lot of money. Well, he was saying, in between the lines, yeah, that is a lot of money, but there's other blessings. That's why he's trained in the Mormon Church. Go watch the tree grow. Your car didn't blow up this month. That was Jesus at the wheel. They make that shit up because they want that tithing money to roll in. Well, now let me tell you something. I'm old. I'm pushing 66. And I'm deteriorating every damn day. This bypass surgery for a gastric better do some work on my life. Anyway, here's the subject. When the Mormon Church takes that much money from you, you have to start to wonder how many blessings you could have bought yourself. Now, people have said, I love the way people, humans are funny creatures. They'll go, well, I'm only human. What the hell does that mean? My kangaroo never said when he shit all over my living room carpet, well, I'm only a kangaroo. I kicked his ass out of here. Get out of the house. Get out of the house. Kick the little baby kangaroos out, too. I'm only human. And then they go, well, nobody's perfect. Only Jesus. Jesus wasn't perfect. It's a constant line of excuses why humans are inept, incompetent, uneducated, stupid, and have no damn common sense. Well, everyone makes mistakes. That's what the pilot said after the plane hit in San Francisco with no wheels and no tail section. Well, there's been other crashes. I'm not the only one. That didn't make the other 300 people feel good. Humans are funny that they can minimize, that's what I'll call it, minimalize their stupidity and their lack of training, education, knowledge, self-esteem, whatever. Now, let me tell you something about what I've seen. All I do, the Bard only reports what I've seen and, you know, what I've heard. May not be your life. A healthy baby. Is that more of a blessing than money? Well, the Mormons would say, yeah, pay your tithing. If you have healthy kids, that was God. If you don't have healthy kids, it's a test. Your last child born with 4 heads is a test. give him 4 different names. Keep that money rolling in to Monson. Well, now, I'm talking from experience, folks. Most of you don't have this experience. I have a autistic son, Aaron. I raised Aaron since he was a baby. I remember Aaron projectile vomiting in our daycare center on his back and choking nearly to death, and I had to, you know, turn him over and clean him out and get him breathing again, and I had done that many years. I remember Aaron doing unbelievably stupid things, but he has an IQ of 52, so I taught him to say, well, if you're human, everybody makes mistakes. So when he pulled his weenie out at a family reunion and shared it with the group, he said, well, nobody's perfect. He's a perfect Mormon. He's a perfect Mormon. Anyway, let's go back to the principle. Would you rather have $10,000 or $500,000 or whatever, or a healthy child? Well, it's not either or, folks. That's the Mormon Church teaching you lies. That is a cult. Whether you have a normal child or not has a hell of a lot to do with genetics. I don't have one normal child. They're all going to hate me now. You know, that has more to do with genetics and a good doctor being able to make sure the baby is delivered properly and the mother eating and whatever. That isn't God reaching down and putting 4 heads on your baby and going, well, you didn't pay your damn tithing, you got a 4-headed girl. It's stupid, folks. It's totally stupid to blame not paying your tithing on anything. It means that Monson's jet to fly around, the Huntsman jet. I think the Huntsmans donate the jet, the Learjet, which is my favorite to fly on the simulator, for free. Well, free, but they deduct, you know, $10,000 an hour for the thing to be in the air because it's a charitable 501(c)(3) Mormon cult. The point is this: you're going to have a 4-headed kid or not. And nothing to do with God, and nothing to do with tithing. It has to do with genetics, and it has to do with the throw of the dice of living, and we've evolved to this point, and we've you know, been able to develop our technology and whatever, but at the same time, fate. I don't know what fate is, but being an atheist, I know God doesn't go, oh, your kid's going to be retarded. Oh, your kid's going to be ugly as a mud fence. Oh, you didn't do this. Ah, another ugly kid. Another, you have a whole family of uglies. So that doesn't happen, folks. I used to believe that, and I'm so ashamed to say, God dang, they had me by the short hairs. I really thought that, you know, the Mormons still believe if you have a retarded child, it's a punishment to you. Don't give me that shit. I've been in the Mormon Church a long time, 55 years. When you have a Mormon child and it's retarded or it has special education needs, the whispering around the ward is that you have sinned. You have sinned. Well, now let me tell you the difference, in my opinion, between a 4-headed child and money. I've been there, folks. I've been there. I've had an autistic son. Would I have rather not had an autistic son? In some ways, yeah. He was a pain in the ass. A lot of training, a lot of education, a lot of... a 52, boy, that's a low IQ. They barely function. Well, now, let's compare. Can money bring you happiness? Yeah, it can. With a retarded child, I was really happy that we had AIDS and we had special education and we had enough money to give him the things that he needed and also to keep our sanity. Money made us happy. Money made us happy. I'm trying to think. Let's say that you have a car accident and you cut off 2 arms and you're like a stump. You're a double amputee. Well, would you better say, well, Did God do that because you were sinful? And money can't make you happy, it's your health. Well, let me tell you something, folks. There's a lot of people that are double amputees, and they need money to be happy, to get on artificial arms. Of course money can make you happy, no matter what happens to you in this life. If you're lonely, you go, oh, I have no friends, and you got money, you got friends. You got friends. They're coming through the doors. Oh, no one will love me. Hell, you can buy as many lovers as you want. And the old phrase is, money can't buy you happiness. That's a lie. It can buy you happiness. It said money can't buy you happiness, but you can rent happiness. Well, maybe that's what I'm hitting on. And some of you are saying, well, he has no morals. Well, let me tell you something, my friends. Money and the Mormon church stealing $500,000 over a lifetime to a normal little family is a serious, serious tragedy. It's a tragedy that people are so stupid to give it, and it's a tragedy that a cult has pumped them up and pumped them up since primary to believe they're going to have a good financial life. That is the promise of tithing. But if you don't have a good financial life, you have other blessings. The Lord decided not to give you that new car. He let the old car start 8 or 10 more times when it shouldn't have. Come on, come on. Let's get out of kindergarten. Shit happens in life, and money can fix shit. Money can fix shit. Now, your emotions and your mine, not yours. I never mean to say I'm preaching to you in mine. I'm talking about me. My emotions, you can't buy with money, but you can rent them. If you want me to be your friend, send me money. I'll be your friend. Money is one of the most important things in life, the services that money can bring us. It can give us the air conditioning and the ceiling fans and the pure water and safety and security systems and knowing our children are here. Okay, let's say, well, you didn't pay your tithing and your 4-year-old got picked up off of the playground at a school and was abducted. Well, hell, that's not a good day. And that's going to make us sad, and it's going to make us cry and whatever. It's one of the things that sometimes happens in life. But wouldn't you rather have her stay alive? Because you got money and they want a ransom? Hey, give us the $500,000 you were going to give us to the Mormon church. We'll let her come home. You're telling me that $500,000 isn't buying you happiness? You're full of shit. It buys me happiness. If one of my kids was abducted and they wanted my life savings to save the child, of course, money would bring me that happiness to bring her home, make her safe. Money does bring happiness in life. And when the Mormon church says, God doesn't need your money, what shit? What shit? It's not your money. It's 10% is God's. Where was he when I was driving bus? Did he come up and drive for a few hours while I could get some sleep on the back seat between my school classes at BYU and having 100 people depending upon me, riding them down the damn road? Where was Jesus? It's Jesus' money? Why doesn't the hell he work for it? Where is he? I've never seen him. He's an invisible employee. It's not God's money. Let me tell you something about God's money. If you don't work, God doesn't have his 10%. It ain't his money. If you are sick or on vacation or you're away from your work, does Jesus come in and work for his 10%? Son of a bitch. There ought to be laws from churches trying to hoodwink innocent families and people into giving them damn money, promising them physical and spiritual blessings. It just really pisses me off. And I saw this with my person who made comments. He's been trained, like I was, in the Mormon church. Well, if you don't have financial blessings, you'll have spiritual blessings. Bullshit! You don't have either. You don't have either. But the church, oh, You know, I just read an article, well documented, Steve Benson, Ezra Taft Benson's grandchild. He's my age. He went to BYU. And I don't know Steve personally, but I follow him closely on RFM, Recovery of Mormonism. And he reported on a little dinner the general authorities had in San Francisco at the most exclusive restaurant nearly in the world. And the view, fabulous, all of the authorities and their families, all there. Thousands and thousands and thousands of your tithing money went for that large group to eat the most exotic food in the world. Now, Steve was telling, you know, some of the people who didn't want to be named, obviously, because they would lose their jobs, but they said, well, how much did this cost tonight? And the person said, nobody ever wants to know what this really cost tonight. So here you are, watering down. Now, I've been there. I've been there. Watering down with water the formula on the baby's bottle because you don't have enough money to give baby the full mixture of formula. I've been there. Paying the Lord, paying the Lord. If I'd bought more Infamil, I would have been happy. I would have been blessed. But I didn't, and I was stupid. How many times, my children, my older children right now, make fun of me. They say, Dad, you would go into McDonald's and, you know, you would buy yourself something to eat, and then we would have nothing. You kids, you have no memory. They're all brain damaged. They're all brain damaged. Here's what really happened. We were so poor sometimes that I would give them a Happy Meal. Well, the Happy Meal made them happy for a few minutes, but the damn kids wouldn't eat the whole thing. So I had hamburgers and fries and shit laying in the back seat and on the floor constantly. So I said, no, we don't have enough money. I'm not going to have you waste it. So I would buy a few McDonald's meals, and then I would pass back to them what they would eat. So there was no waste. Well, now I'm the bad dad. Would money have made me a happier dad? You bet your ass it would have. You bet your ass it would have made me a happier family and a happier father. I didn't want to have to do it that way. Let them throw away a half a meal and, you know, what is it, $1 or 75 cents? So, this is a lie from a cult. If you don't make more money, you'll have more blessings. What if you don't have either one? Did you ever think of that? What if you don't have either one and you're paying? Would you start to say, oh, man, a new dress or a new pair of shoes? Like, God, I hate to go to sacrament meeting again in my old dress. I've, you know, they've seen it 10,000 times. How many times have I gone to sacrament meeting and the graham crackers? We didn't have enough graham crackers. We didn't have enough Cheerios. How many times did we drink powdered milk? Which to me, I'm not going to be gross. I don't like powdered milk. How many times did I not go anywhere because the gas tank was always on fumes? How many times did I ride not on bald tires? Not on bald, you young people, you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Bald tires. I rode on tires until the tread showed all the way around. Then I'd have to get a new used tire. How many times have I climbed under a car to put another damn starter on it from a junkyard that didn't work, and I go, well, I'm being blessed. I'm being tested. Well, let me tell you something with the Mormon Church. I flunked their test. I don't want to be tested anymore. I don't want to be miserable. I don't want to be uncomfortable. How many times have I had air conditioning? Not all the time. And in the cars, it never worked because the cars were too old. And in the house, we ran a swamp cooler. And I felt like I was in Louisiana. How many times have I had ants just overrun the kitchen and I can't afford to buy ant spray? You know, just the other day I had a couple of hornets out on the patio. And I went down to the Home Depot here in Australia, bought 2 cans of spray and just sprayed. Made my life happy! I was happy, happy, happy. The hornets left. Should I have stood there and gone, oh, the Lord, he's going to test me. Come here, hornets, and sting my ass. Sting me everywhere and see how much pain I can take for the Lord. Well, where is the Lord? Why isn't he out here at the barbecue running away from the damn hornets? So let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Money, or the ability to have money, certainly makes the general authorities very, very happy. Your money. Not money they earned. Your money. Oh, they're all independently wealthy. Bullshit! They have six-figure incomes from the Mormon church. If they're wealthy and they're on a mission to serve, why do they take anything? They can't afford a $400 flight to New York for a missionary farewell or something that's going on for the church? They're happy as can be. When I've seen Monson and Hinckley going down the 24th of July parade in their 120 or no more than that, $200,000 SUVs, and they're waving, they're happy on your money, and you're sitting in the crowd. You can't afford a umbrella, and the baby is hungry again, and God, I wish you'd quit shitting so much because I can't afford these damn diapers. They're expensive, these disposable diapers. I wonder if anyone else can smell her. I've been there. 14 damn kids. I've been there. Now a lot of you go, well, you shouldn't have had 14. And you're damn right, I shouldn't have. Why did I? Because I was a faithful member of the church. I believe the church and I were in a partnership. I was developing my kingdom, the hereafter kingdom, here on the earth. And if I needed a little help from the church, it was symbiotic. I was paying tithing. If I had lost my job or whatever, they would help me. It was a symbiotic relationship. So that's why I had 14 children. I thought I was hand in hand with the only true church. I was hand up the butt from the Mormon church. I couldn't support all those kids. I thought the Mormon church said, have as many kids as you can. Okay. So I'm obeying that, and suddenly, you know, I can't buy formula, I can't buy tires for my car, you know, brakes. Have you ever changed your brakes on a car? The only reason I changed my brakes is the neighbors would get a petition up because of the squeaking. You go, he has to change his brakes, the squeaking keeps us up. Folks, I've done things with 14 kids that I had to do to survive. Oh, you run out of diapers? Hell, a towel works good. God, get a kitchen towel, fold that thing up right and put pins in it. And if your washer don't work, hell, I've been under a Maytag washer. I should be a Maytag repairman. Kirby vacuums and Maytag washers. I was always under the washer. We did 3 loads a damn day. I can do a transmission on a Maytag washer. Kirby vacuum. I had so many stupid wives until I finally got the last one here. She's smart. The others we should have put back to the Philippines. But this one's a good American. My stupid LDS missionary wife would let the kids ride on the top of the Kirby while she's vacuuming. Well, the kids thought it was bitching. You ever try to put belts on a Kirby? I had a damn... And why did we have Kirbys? Because no other vacuum can pick up apples and bananas and whole sandwiches when you've got that many kids in the house. That's why we had a Kirby. They'd last, God, a Kirby used to last 25 years. In our house, 2 years, 3 years at the most. I sent Rachel down one day and said, honey, would you vacuum out the fireplace? We've been using wood to burn because we couldn't afford, you know. When I go through this, I should be more angry at the Mormon church, but I'm not. I'm not. So I sent her down and I said, honey, would you go ahead and take the vacuum and vacuum out the burned up charcoals in the fireplace? Okay, yeah. One of the few times she was obedient. She hates me right now. So anyway, not really. She's just Rachel. So she takes the Kirby vacuum over and she vacuums out all of the cinders and everything there that were used in the fireplace. Well, she puts the Kirby over in the corner, and I'm sitting there watching TV. Son of a bitch. The Kirby catches on fire. The bag is burning. Kirby doesn't have a sprinkler system. They're expensive, but Kirby don't have. So I'm over there trying to put the bag out because I can't afford a new bag. In those days, it might have been $12 or something for a Kirby bag. I couldn't buy a new bag, and it's a bitch to use a Kirby with no bag. Yeah, it picks up what it's picking up, but it throws it right behind on you with no bag. I've been down these roads. Money can make you happy. If she had vacuumed that, I would have never beat the crap out of her if I had money. But I said, it was your fault. You took up embers that were still hot. She says, well, Dad, you didn't tell me that someone was going to be hot. I said, I don't know, but it's your fault anyway. I'm yelling at the kid and blaming her. She's blaming me, and the Kirby, Smokey the Bear comes out to put out the Kirby. Now I can't vacuum. Do you know what it's like not to have a vacuum in a house with 6, 8, 10 kids in a house? It looks like a hoarding house. There's so much crap within 24 hours. Here, we do our carpets about once every 2 weeks here in the whole kangaroo house here. And there's only 4 of us. Try running a house with no vacuum cleaner. No, I don't mean vacuuming. I meant carpet cleaning. We carpet clean our carpets every 2 weeks. I've been there, folks. I've been there. I remember when I was working 2 damn jobs. I have a video on this. It's way back there. Where I would give the kids food, and I would go without food. And I should be more angry. Money would have made me happy. I remember clothing and shoes that I wore for months or years that I should have replaced. I remember medications. It's the first time in my life I've been able to take medications for me. Back in the old days, I couldn't afford $700 a month. I was paying my tithing for medications. You think the Mormon church is going to come in and help me with that? You think they would come in and help me with, the food? And somebody say, well, you had all those kids and you expected the Mormon church to help you. Go, yeah. I thought it was a symbiotic relationship. I pay in, and if I don't need it, other people will use it. I didn't know it was going for a mall. I never looked up the Haitian flood and hurricane over there, and the church is donating 2 2x4s and a piece of tin to people that don't have a house. That's their humanitarian service in Haiti. I didn't know that. I thought bouncing a check at BYU was just a monthly charge on the checking account. I just thought it was a monthly charge. You know how many times I kited a check from Friday until Monday or Tuesday just to buy food or to buy a baby bottle? I used to be angry when the damn baby was started growing teeth and they bit the nipple off the bottle. Now I got to go buy another nipple. You can't get those at DI. Now you can see I still have a little anger over that shit. And I do because people, like my friend, he's welcome to post here. I know he's a Mormon. He's welcome to post here. I don't agree with him and he doesn't agree with me, and that's just fine. That's the way life is. But when normal human being parents give money, the widow's mite, oh my gosh, if that wasn't invented by the Mormon church, I don't know what was. She had no money. Rather than eating, she gives the money to the Mormon church. Did you see the ensign? About a year ago, maybe not quite a year, the church had an article on a single mom that had no money, and the church advised her to pay her tithing, and the Lord would protect and bless her. What lies? What you know, people who lie like that really should have significant social punishment. You sit down, I have, and looked at how much happier my life would have been. I remember I was in Roanoke, Virginia, driving a Volkswagen, going to try to get to school again, try to get my graduate degree, and my Volkswagen broke down. Well, I don't have roadside assistance then. I do now. I do now. Now they just pick the car up, take me to a motel, feed me, and then bring the car back to me. Let me tell you what I did in Roanoke when I was paying my damn tithing. There's points. They're called points. Before we had computers, that would click the spark to the spark plugs. Well, I opened my distributor cap, and my points were laying on, in a million pieces. I can't drive the car like that. I got 2 big kids in the car. I can't afford a hotel. I can't afford food on the road. When the food runs out of the cooler, the ice cooler, I'm out of food. So I went from junkyard to junkyard trying to find a new rotary assembly. Couldn't find it. I took a piece of cardboard, folks, while I was paying my tithing. Jesus tested me. I took a piece of cardboard and jammed it in and made it a spring. And the car ran terrible, but it ran. Would money have taken that stress off of me? Would money have made me either not bipolar or less bipolar? You bet your ass it would have. When you got to live like that and you can't take care of kids and you thought you entered a contract with a cult to say, hey, come with us, hand of fellowship. Down your back and into your wallet, hand of fellowship. I had a kid, Rachel, broke her teeth in the pool. I had to give up a lot of things to get her teeth fixed. Insurance, hell. We never had insurance. We couldn't afford insurance, health insurance. Never could afford it. We were giving that damn money off to the Lord. I am still angry about that. I didn't think so until I started doing this video. Would I have had a very different life if I have $500,000 extra? Well, yes, I would have. Would it have been a happier life? Yes, it would have. Would I have been tested as much? Probably the same, but at least I would have the money to buy aids and to buy extra arms that go on and other kinds of things that can buffer the hardships of life. Now, I see how happy I am in my life now with no tithing. Sweet wife, and enough money to live on. Every damn day, I say to myself, thank you. Thank you for blessing myself and my family. And when we give the prayer, which we don't very often, at the dinner table, I told my kids, you're not praying to a Jesus. He didn't put that food there. Your mother and I put that food there. If you want to see how much food Jesus is going to give you, let me pull that off and put it in the fridge. And you sit here and wait for Jesus to bring you damn food to you. Wait for Jesus to come and feed you. Okay. So now we'll say we'd like to give thanks for this food to Mercy, who stands and works all day long and provides us some of this money, and my father, who worked his whole life, that is providing some of this money. And we're thankful for those people to provide for us. That's the damn prayer at our house. Jesus has never given me one damn thing. Not one damn thing. How many times did I drop out of BYU because I couldn't afford the tuition? Have to go home and live with my parents. You know where I slept? On the damn floor. On the damn floor. You know where my wife slept? On the damn floor. You know where my kids slept? On the damn floor. And I would have a part-time job, build the money up, rush back up to BYU, pay my tithing, and pay the BYU tuition. Does money bring you happiness? Maybe it doesn't you. You love challenges. You love to have a baby with 4 heads. Let me tell you something. I had a baby with 4 heads. Aaron, autistic, IQ 52. Try taking care of a special ed child with no money. I have a special ed child right now, Allison, ADHD. Do you know how much her meds are? Do you know how much her meds are? And do you know the Mormon Church, they don't pay for it? We do. Without those meds, my life is really miserable around Allison, and so is everybody else's. $600 a month just for one special ed kid. Meds. Does money make me happy? You bet your ass it does. I don't want to be tested. I don't want them throwing fits and doing restraints and throwing shit out the windows and breaking stuff, tearing my house up, and the neighbors calling the police and going, Jesus Christ, what's going on over at that house? I don't want that. I'm so thankful I have the $600 to handle the mess. Sweetest little girl in the world. Sweetest little girl in the world. Let me tell you something. Again, you know, I didn't realize I was so pissed off still about this. I'm happy now. And see, I can compare happy and sad. I couldn't compare happy before because I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Do you know what quad bypass surgery is like? They take a saw and they cut down your sternum all the way down to about here or whatever. And then they open your entire rib cage up, work on your heart, fix it, put it all back together. And then when I went to the doctor and take an x-ray, there's wires, like duct tape and wires holding my breastbone together so it'll grow back. Pain I never thought my body could produce. I couldn't take a half a breath because of the pain. Oxycontin was my Jesus. Oxycontin was my Jesus. And without that, I would rather have died. The pain was so excruciating the first 5-8 months out of the hospital. And little Allison would come in. I'd say, Dad is hurting again. Get me another one. Okay. Did money and insurance make me happy that I had the Oxycontin? You bet your ass. How many times have I taken a child to the hospital or to the doctor? I remember Michelle, my oldest child. No, Nicole, my second child. The doctor, I had to keep going to the doctor because she'd get ear infections. And he would just give her a shot of penicillin, and she was good. Finally, I said, Broadbent, that was his name. I'm sure he's dead now. I said, Dr. Broadbent, he was down there in Provo when I was at BYU, making $1 an hour. Money would have made me much happier. I said, I can't afford to keep coming in. You're charging me $30, $35 for each visit, and I can't afford it. And he said, well, I'm going to lose my license, but I'm going to give you a vial here of penicillin and a couple of hydrocephalic, special ed, hypodermic needles. I want you to boil the needles, and when she's sick, you call me, and I'll tell you how many cc's to hit her with. Okay. That pisses me off. Just thinking about it right now, because now I'm a human. I've come out of the bubble. And I think, how stupid was I? That this was a challenge. The Lord wanted to challenge if I would keep paying my tithing under such difficult circumstances. Well, let me tell you something now. I wouldn't, and I don't. My kids have medication, they have braces, they have doctors, and when they pray to me and their mother. We provided that food from our hard work, our intelligence, and our education. Jesus hasn't done a thing. He hasn't done a thing. Never seen him, never heard him. He's a silent, sick partner. I fired his ass. Why am I an atheist? Because when I die, if there's an afterlife, I don't have one positive word to say to that man, God. He's a bastard. He's a bastard. The way he lets my family live back in the old days. But what about the little families all over the world that don't even have food? And their babies are dying, and the mothers and the fathers hold the babies until they die. Where is your Jesus? A God that owns the universe, and he lets his children, we're his children, according to you Mormons. You build a $5 billion, or you let a $5 billion mall be built for the rich, while these 6,000 kids a night die from starvation on this planet, and you're the only true church, and you're led by the only true prophet on the face of the earth who visits with Jesus every day. And this is the way your Jesus instructs you to live. I'm out of it, folks. I'm out of it. It was a cult. I should have used my money for my own children and my own happiness. And I'm angry. I'm angry that I was that stupid and that I didn't take a hard look at reality. I just really believed Jesus was going to help me. Thanks.